Hello everyone, welcome to the learning stream. So in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the book The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. So The Alchemist was first published in 1988 by the Brazilian author Paulo Coelho. Originally written in Portuguese, the book was titled as O Alquimista, and later it became a widely translated international bestseller by translating into 67 languages and sold over 65 million copies worldwide. Also, it has won many significant book awards, including the Nielsen Gold Book Award, Grand Prix Literary LA, and Chlorine International Award for Fiction. So now let me give you the author's introduction. So the author of this book is Paulo Coelho, who was born on 24 August of 1947 in Rio de Janeiro. He is a Brazilian lyricist and novelist. We all know him as the legendary writer, but his early days didn't go very smoothly for him. When he wanted to become a writer as a teenager, his parents thought that he was going after the unachievable dream. And later, he was even sent to a mental institute from which he escaped 3 times before finally released at the age of 20. And finally, he was able to stand on his feet after a very long amount of struggle. And now his works have been published into more than 170 countries and translated into 80 languages. And together, his books have been sold into hundreds of millions. Also, many movie adaptations have been made from his work. He has been active in writing since 1974, and the genre on which he basically writes his books are romance and drama. So now let's take a look at the plot. So The Alchemist is about a young shepherd boy from the south of Spain named Santiago. And one night he had a strange dream about trying to find a treasure in the pyramids of Egypt. And afterward he had that same dream over and over again. And then he goes after a fortune teller to find out what his dream is about and what is the possible meaning of it. And then the fortune teller tells him that he needs to follow his dream, go there all by himself and do certain things. Almost immediately after that, he meets an old king from a place who gives him some advice on his journey in exchange of a ship. So the boy follows his dream and goes on an amazing adventure. The book tells us that the person who studies alchemy is called an alchemist. The author also tells us that alchemy is the study of transforming things into gold. So in my opinion, I would say that The Alchemist is a motivational book that says over and over again to do all in your power to achieve what you want to achieve in your life. The book's main theme is about finding one's destiny. It also says that if you truly wholeheartedly decide to achieve all your goals in life, then the whole universe will help you to achieve it. And this single sentence is something that I really love about this book. The author in this book tells us through an alchemist that we can transform our thoughts and desires into reality, just like an alchemist who transforms things into gold. This story most of the times feels like a fairy tale. It's light-hearted, filled with magical stuff, and with lots of discussions about fortune and misfortune. The book says many times about a particular phrase named personal legend. The personal legend is your spiritual purpose. It's your ultimate destiny, and it's that destiny for which you have to act on. In this book, Santiago's personal legend is to follow his dream. And there's also another phrase on which this book emphasizes many times. So the phrase is called universal language. We get a lot to hear about this phrase from the beginning of this book, in the form when Santiago talks to his sheep by sensing what they need and feel. I think that this universal language phrase is very appealing to this book. We all speak of this universal language in our daily life. We can understand it just by looking at strangers, by studying their body language, or by studying their behavior. So I think that The Alchemist is a very well and simply written book. The Brazilian author really puts it in a very simple tone, but at the same time he often keeps putting some universally appealing things that made this book a complete masterpiece. And I think that you should definitely give this book a try. So that's all for today's video guys. Thanks for watching and I hope that you really enjoyed it, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. So see you in the next video. Bye.